Hey guys, what's going on? It's Michael Flecha, and I know you guys are wondering, what are you doing here? What's going on? Well, guys, here's the reason why. I'm a gamer too. I'm a big fan of video game systems. I've had a number of video game systems in my years, and one event that I always get amped up for is E3, the biggest conference of the year. And last night we had two press conferences from EA, Electronic Arts, and Bethesda. I actually got both their recaps here in my hands, and I'm going to give you that. And then later on, I'm going to give you another video basically about the Microsoft and what they did, especially with Xbox, and they made some major announcements there as well. So expect 3 videos. I don't know how long they're going to be. I'm going to try to do as many as I can today because there's a lot. Because also we got Ubisoft. They're supposed to be coming out with something a little bit later on this afternoon. We also got Sony. That's gonna be like the grand kahuna right now. Sony absolutely was amazing last year. What are they going to do to try to top themselves? And then, of course, tomorrow is the Nintendo Direct. But a lot of people don't have that much high expectations for Nintendo. We heard a new Zelda's coming out, but not anything other than that. So let's just dive right in. Let's get into EA, Electronic Arts. I'm a big EA guy, especially EA Sports has been my genre. That's always been what I've been following for a number of years. But they also got some other games that my friends, my family, they like to play. So let's just get right into it and let's talk right now. It started out with Titanfall 2. Now, okay, EA might be really ticked off because of the fact that a video got leaked earlier in the day about a single campaign mode. And, Titanfall 1, what I've heard a lot of okay reviews. Some people thought they effed up, because they add for so many different other things. And there was a lot of hoopla, a lot of excitement for Titanfall 1, but it never really propelled or even delivered in the way that they thought it was going to deliver. Well, Titanfall 2, they gave us a final single campaign mode where finally, I think they finally got it. The fans were asking for a single campaign. They finally get it. Good for them. Good for the guys because they actually finally made it look legit. So they're finally going for a single player campaign. The trailer was out and it looked pretty good. I thought it looked pretty solid. The graphics were pretty tight on it. There's a new multiplayer version that's gonna have intense mesh battles and new pilot abilities that you can do in the game as well. So we're gonna see what happens there. It looks like when you do the single player mode, you're gonna have a lot of decisions to make. You're gonna, there could be romance, there could be whatever, and it's gonna bring tension, mesh, bonding. You're gonna get everything about that. So it looks like a good storyline for Titanfall 2. We'll see what happens there. Next up we got was Battlefield 1. All right, so Battlefield 1. If this is from, the original Battlefield, this was another EA game that a lot of people were excited for. Maybe didn't really deliver in the product at the end, but we'll wait and see what happens there. They did talk about during their game. They did show us a gameplay trailer, so you got to see it live during, and it looks pretty interesting to see. We'll wait and see what happens there in that situation. Then we had Mass Effect's Arcanania. Okay, there's a big fan on you on YouTube. I don't remember her name. She was always about The Witcher, but she also loved this game, Mass Effect. And now we finally get the confirmation that it's coming. They dropped it. Let's see what this plays out. I mean, we're talking, a story mode that was finally announced for this E3 event. BioWare announces more info about their latest entry in the series itself, and we also got the first trailer. It video documented the gameplay, uh, the Mako, and there's actually new characters that got introduced into this game. So, what are we gonna see? How is this gonna translate to all the other Mass Effect games that you guys have known, loved, and even enjoyed through the years? I know a lot of people ripped about the ending of the last Mass Effect game, and rightfully so, deservedly so. What is going to happen now? We'll wait and see what happens. It's just going to be a lot to talk about. All right. Next up after that, we got Star Wars. Okay, how all the new Star Wars games are shaping up. So they basically went through everything. I mean, they talked about the gambit. They detailed from basically everything. They show off their upcoming Star Wars project, a sneak peek at the Visceral development game. I mean, we're taught, or I should say, the Viceroy uh, develop, developed game. So you got to see a lot of Star Wars. Star Wars had a big impact at last year's E3. We finally got to see a lot the some gameplay and everything else. This time around, they kind of gave us a little tease on a lot of things. From Lego Star Wars to the Viceroy Star Wars to basically everything that you needed to go for Star Wars. It was a Star Wars overload on this one. So how did that play out? How did that represent? Well, you just gotta wait and see. Then after that, they went into my realm of the world. EA Sports, it's in the game. They first pulled out FIFA 17. Wow. I mean, okay. Um, Basically, if you're a FIFA fan, this is the game that you're going to enjoy. Of course, you're going to get the same action, the same excitement, and everything else that you expect from a FIFA tournament or from FIFA. And I mean, it's going to look very similar, very close to the vest like they've done in other years. So, what was the one thing that we were looking at that really opened my eye was the big announcement that they were actually going to do a story mode for FIFA 17. I'm like, really? Story mode? Now, normally when you see story modes, you're thinking 2K, like 2K NBA. 2K NBA was always notorious for having story modes in their games. I know a lot of 2K sports games always have a lot of story modes in their game, but they did decide to go with storyline mode here. And you're gonna play. Your name will be Alex Hunter. Alex Hunter is a young lad from England, and is gonna try to work his way up through the Barclays English Premier League. Along the way, Alex is gonna be going through a lot of ups and downs, twists and turns. There's going to be about relationships. There's going to be about team play. There's going to be about life on the pitch and off the pitch. If you remember the Fight Night Champions, how that story mode was very diverse. I think it's going to be something similar to that. I think you're going to see a lot of excitement, a lot of good moments, bad moments. You get to create those things as Alex Hunter. The decisions that you make in that game will affect you either in a positive way or a negative way. One way or another, you're going to have something really special, something that will bring life to this game and, hopefully make your experience even better than expected. Unfortunately for you fans who are Xbox 360 or PS3, you don't get the story mode. I mean, dude, really, EA? Okay, I understand you want to cater to the next generation, and that's sweet, and PC fans are going to get this as well. That's awesome for them. But, dude, you screwed the pooch on the fans of the Xbox 360 and PS3. What the hell, guys? Dude, that is cold-blooded. That's savagery. But it is what it is. So, uh, we'll see what happens. It is going to be a very interesting game, but it also has the heart of the of the FIFA as always. Then they transitioned over to Madden. Madden 17. They introduced play the moment into the franchise mode where you get to you speed up playing taking your player and through great moments in football history. So I mean we're talking, think about all the great moments in NFL. You get to recreate that in franchise mode again. There's going to be some great stuff, great content as always. The gameplay looks as you expect from EA, and this time around, Rob Gronkowski is the cover guy of the game. I know. Madden curse, Madden curse. I don't think they care about the Madden curse. Uh, but we'll wait and see what happens. It's going to be an interesting situation. Uh, they did talk about the official trailer. Take your team uh, from the Madden NFL 17. Put yourself in the center of your team's championship run in the deepest franchise mode there's ever created. Then they introduced EA Originals, an announcement today of new EA indie related games, which is awesome. We love the indies. Normally indie games does really good. I mean, yes, you get the big core guys, the big kahunas, but sometimes those little guys just makes a game and you're just like, you gotta be kidding me. This is awesome. So so they actually introduced a new game called Fair. Hopefully that's going to be an interesting hit. We'll wait and see what happens. The reviews are very mixed right now, but at the end of the day, that was the EA press conference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of a break, but when I do come back, I'm going to guys hit you with actually coming up next, guys. We got a lot to talk about because of the fact that after EA was all done, it was Bethesda's turn. Bethesda came out with a lot of stuff that we need to talk about. And then right after that, I'm going to hit you guys up with the Microsoft press conference. A lot of announcements came from Microsoft, hardware announcements. There's a new system that's coming right down the pipe. Project Scorpio. What's that about? I'll hit you with everything about Project Scorpio and the games that they did show during their press conference. Until then, you know the routine. Hugs and hand pounds. I'm out. I'll see you guys in just a little bit for the press conference of Bethesda E3 2016. So long for now.